into the round of 32 without dropping a set. Djere won the toss. He decided to receive, so Djokovic will get this best of 5-set match underway for a place in the last 16.
Love 15.
Won't be any surprises for these two. Of course, mentioned this is the second meeting, that first in
15.
Belgrade on the clay 2022, but they practice often enough. They've been team members before. Novak, in fact, I was reading, helped Laszlo out with an offer to play doubles with him in Dubai back in 2015, I think it was, in the UAE ATP 500 tournament there. So there's a lot of mutual respect.
He is a big boy, is Djere. He is a phenomenal athlete, and you can hear the sound of that ball off the strings. You heard the reaction of the crowd. They were wowed by it too.
Yeah, it's one of the elements that Djokovic was talking about in his post-match press after his most recent victory. Second round win over Zapata Miralles, the Spaniard. Said, guys notice, you know, how hard people work in the gym, behind the scenes, all the pros. Goodness me, what a start. Well, my next question was, how quickly will this guy settle?
No words required.
3 minutes.
Yeah. Let his actions do the talking. Frozen rope of a forehand. Ka-boom. That was early, it was accurate, and it was pacey.
26 shots, 4th point of the match, warming up nicely.
40-30.
Going back to my previous point, Djokovic implying that there aren't too many guys on the tour who work much harder than Djere off the court. So physicality of the match shouldn't be an issue this evening. If it goes long, it gets physical. It's got to give you some degree of confidence.
Yes.
With a lightning fast start in his first match, Djokovic against Alexander Muller, the Frenchman, took the first set 6-love. going toe-to-toe with the #2 seed.
Advantage, Djere.
32 shots this time. Early chance for the underdog.
Yeah,
Well, that's a superb start. That's how to settle inside the biggest tennis stadium in the world.
First game.
Goodness me. Nerves of steel.
And if memory serves, I think they had to go indoors there.
Correct, yeah. Bit of a rainy week, wasn't it, in New Zealand?
Miserable week.
Love 15.
It's one of 3 top 10 wins for Djere. Wins over Del Potro, Madrid 2019, and he beat Dominic Thiem that year as well. That was the year he won the ATP 500 tournament in Rio on the clay. Down in Brazil, tough conditions down there. Hot and humid. Very emotional week for the Serb. Doesn't know too much about this guy. There's a lot of respect for what he can produce on the tennis court, but a lot of respect for this guy and love for this guy off the court as well. He's well, it was that week, in fact, really, wasn't it? The Rio week in 2019. That was the first time really the wider tennis public discovered that he'd lost both of his parents at a very young age.
Oh, that is delicious. Delicious. Yep.
15-13.
Win to both of his parents. He lost his mother, age 16, to colon cancer. She was only 44 years of age, and then 5 years later learned that his father, incredibly, had been diagnosed again with colon cancer. Lost his father when he was just 23 years of age. Who'd been instrumental in his tennis career, been with him along the way ever since he picked up a racket for the first time. So I think once that story got out there, felt like the tennis community came together and had an awful lot of respect for what he's been able to achieve on the tennis court, forging ahead on his own, looking after his sister as well.
Yep. He just lost his dad 2 months before when he'd won that Rio title.
There's a brilliant piece on the ATP website, isn't there? That sort of first-hand account written by Laszlo, what he was going through that day.
30-14.
The emotions that he was trying to control, the thought process, trying to focus on the match, wondering what his parents would have been thinking had they been watching him play such a big final. It's a heartbreaking read. And here he is on the greatest stage of all. pass. That backhand again.
Yes.
I love the way he attacked the passing shot. He's reaching for the backhand approach of Djokovic.
They do a good two-handed backhand in Serbia.
Janko Tipsarevic springs to mind. Viktor Troitsky. Must be something in the water there in Belgrade.
Advantage, Djere.
Just Dusan Lajovic didn't get the memo, did he? But his backhand's pretty good.
I'll tell you what, if you want the single-hander, that man on the left is Carlos Gomez Herrera. Coach and hitting partner for Novak. Co-coach.
Game, Djere.
So great break and a good hold as well. What a start he's made.
Djere leads 2-0 first set.
Maybe my question's redundant, Robbie, but for me, you know, one of the big questions this evening was how quickly would this guy settle? This is no ordinary tennis court, is it?
It's definitely not. The magnitude of it, it can be quite intimidating, but you've mentioned the fact that he's played big matches already. He's, you know, winning 500 against the likes of Felix Auger-Aliassime. That place would have been rocking in Rio. So he's gotten used to it. He's been on tour for a couple of years now. You know, he's worked with a sports psychologist for many years to help him with his thoughts in matches, to stay present, what he needs to do.
Let's for service.
So he's been working on the mental side of his game, so that when you come into situations and matches like these, you know, you've got something to hang your hat on.
He's made
a good rise up the rankings this season. 28 years of age, 38 in the rankings at the moment, so back inside the top 40. Started the year at 70, so that's a decent jump.
30 love.
Final in Hamburg, another ATP 500 event. Lost to Zverev there in the semis in Kitzbühel, as you mentioned, Robbie. So. And he came onto the hard courts of North America, quarter-finalist in Winston-Salem. That's a 250 just before New York. So he's been winning matches on a regular basis.
40 love.
And you make an important point there on the hard courts. Just having a look back, this year he's already won 10 on hard. This is tour level main draw I'm talking about, folks. He won 10 on hard last year in the entirety of the year. Made the finals of Winston-Salem 12 months ago. So getting better and better on the surface.
Game, Djokovic.
Much more clinical service game from Novak.
Djere leads 2 games
But he's
to
down
1
a break.
first set.
2-1 first set. First set, 2-1. Laszlo was out here hitting, of course. That's part of the deal, isn't it? If you're on this main show court here in New York. That was about 6 o'clock this evening before the night session got underway. Of course, it was empty back then, so very different feel to it, but at least an opportunity to get a taste of this stadium. Almost 24,000. You did hear that correctly. 24,000 seats in this place. Wow. It goes up, and it keeps on going.
Love 30.
Almost feels like an indoor court, doesn't it, when you're down on the playing surface? The sides are so steep. And of course, we've got the retractable roof, so that gives a sort of a covered feeling to it. No real weather elements to worry about. Very rarely affected by the wind down on court level because it's so sheltered. Some seriously good ball striking from the 32nd seed.
15-13.
Goran could hit it pretty clean. Charlie had, I think, got a singles ranking of about 400. Used to practice out of the tennis club in Marbella.
Really feeling the ball this evening. Feels like his confidence is growing by the minute.
30-all.
Drop shot not good enough. Got there easily.
Yeah, that magnificent tennis club in Punta Romano. That's where a lot of the guys actually do hit balls. Alejandro Davidovich for Kina, he'll be there every now and then. Novak spends a fair bit of time there. What a spot.
He's lucky enough to go down there for Great Britain. Played a Davis Cup tie down there against the Spanish. Beautiful.
Our good friend Duncan Sterling is always raving about that place. He is a regular there.
Is he a believer in the no carbs before marbs approach?
Advantage, Djokovic.
You know Djokovic is.
Oh, yes. That's brilliantly.
And a chance to break back. Saves another. 3 break points is seen off now.
Yeah, this is so important for Laszlo, just to keep Djokovic at arm's length. If he can just have a bit of wriggle room, get to 3-1, 4-2.
Oh yes, he's got him. Thought the drop shot might not be good enough initially, but he was ready.
Great court position. He was well positioned, and off that beloved backhand, he is not going to miss too much. Catches that shot right on the apex of the bounce. Always nice to watch the reaction of the fans and the slow motion in the background. Keep an eye on that, folks. It's great viewing.
What a hold this would be.
Yes.
Lengthy first 4 games, 24 minutes on the clock already.
Yeah, and I think something that a lot of people don't realize when you play against Novak, and Alcaraz alluded to it after that final in Cincinnati, is how you're constantly under pressure from Novak with the length that he's able to keep on his ground strokes, coupled with the fact that he takes the ball early. So even though he might not be hitting lots of winners against you, every point is taxing physically. We often do a Hawkeye analysis piece when we show you how much the ball slows down once it hits the court surface. So anytime you have good length and the ball stays in the air longer, it gets to the opponent so much quicker. Doesn't matter how hard you hit it. Once it hits that court surface, it slows down dramatically. So hitting the ball hard but short doesn't hurt these guys.
Game, Djere.
He does hold, and that is a terrific start against the world number 2.
Djere leads 3-1, first set.
A reminder to download the US Open app to follow your favorite players, track all the latest scores, stats, highlights, player news on there, and much, much more. That's available in the App Store and Google Play Store. Well, this isn't the scoreline that we expected.
He's giving Novak a taste of his own medicine. The length that
Love
he's able to keep. Novak not too far away there. And his depth is jaw-dropping.
Still looking pretty calm and unflustered so far, despite the scoreline. First serve numbers are a little low, aren't they, at the moment for Novak? First serve percentage under 50. Struggling behind the second serve too.
Yeah.
Love 30.
That last point, testimony to that. It's a failing grade in anyone's books. 2 out of 8, 25%. Jaroslav Levinsky will be delighted with his charge. I mean, a double break here. Could be
15-13.
set number 1 almost in his pocket. Still some work to do. Novak's work starts by hopefully making a few more first serves. He's only made 7 out of 15. That number 2, less than 50%.
Perfect preparation coming into this tournament for Djokovic. Of course, Robbie referred to that incredible final that he won against Carlos Alcaraz. The Western and Southern Open, that's a Masters 1000 tournament, one of 9 on the ATP schedule. That made it 39 of those trophies. record extending 39, as you might imagine.
30-14.
Ahead of the likes of Rafa and Roger in that respect. So a chance for a double break.
Deuce.
First ace.
It's one of his favourite serves, that one down the middle on the ad side, first and second. When you get that kind of movement off the court, it's nigh on impossible to return that one. Good combination of speed and spin.
Advantage Djokovic.
Very few empty seats this evening inside this place. It is packed to the very top row.
Again, Djokovic.
Did well to come through that service game. An important hole too, just to avoid going down a double break. First visit to this tournament since 2021, when he lost to Daniil Medvedev in the final, chasing history that day.
That's an impressive smash.
15
How
love.
high Djokovic had hoisted that lob.
Leading the way in that respect, isn't he? The number of finals that he's made. Flushing Meadows in the Open era.
Let's. Second service.
That's men's singles finals. Djokovic with 9, Ivan Lendl with 8. All 8 of those in the 80s. 8 in a row, wasn't it?
8 in a row, I think it was, yep.
Won it 3 times.
Oh, stop it.
30 love.
This is just jaw-dropping. Another backhand on a laundry line. I was going to say, Lee, Lendl was living just up the road in Greenwich, Connecticut, wasn't he? Put in the same court surface. As soon as they'd resurfaced the US Open courts, he made them come up to Connecticut and do his court every year. So we see Novak's parents.
Game, Djere. Djere leads 4 games to 2. First set.
No signs that he's going to fluff his lines as yet.
And when he's stepping up to the line to serve, it's not like he's hoping that Novak's going to miss. He's playing positively. He's playing with intent. He's making good decisions.
Let's. First service. Love 15.
Again, he's in trouble on serve. Quality return.
Love 30.
That's how much it missed by. First set is in danger of slipping away from the number 2 seed.
Just wondering if, from a psychological perspective, if Novak can hold again after being love 30 down, just what sort of effect that will have on Laszlo. Just the temptation of being so close to going up a double break and not getting it, and then suddenly Novak is still looming large there in the rear view mirror. I'm suggesting it might even be better for Djere if Novak was holding to love and just blowing him off the court. Because then that thought of being up a potential double break doesn't exist. So this actually might work in Djokovic's favor here.
(40-30).
Full treatment. Not enough on that second serve.
Deuce.
Yeah, short, central, soft. Thanks for coming. Djokovic has only won 3 out of 11 points behind his second delivery.
Quite achieve the required elevation. And here we go. A wonderful opportunity now for Djere. Almost hopped over. Chance to go up a double break.
Deuce.
There's that T-serve again. Big time play on a big time point. He knows what works well for him under pressure.
First set percentage creeping up. Was in the 40s, 57% now. Djere's got to be licking his lips, isn't he? Anytime you
Djokovic.
get to look at a second serve, the success rate he's had so far.
It was a nice time for Novak to defy the odds there.
Game, Djokovic.
He does hold.
Ball change, please. New ball.
He's hanging in there. But it's still a breakdown.
4 games to 3.
Djere ahead, 4-3. So we're heading into the sharp end of this opening set. I've been impressed by the quality from this man so far. The world number 38 causing problems.
Novak's going to enjoy the new balls.
Love 15.
Seguimos, vamos, vamos. Stay there. Vamos.
Just to the left of Charlie there is Novak's strength and conditioning coach.
$50.
Well, loose ground strokes. Just allowed Djokovic to get ahead in this 8th game.
I think Novak's enjoying his new balls more so than Laszlo. I think he'd prefer them big and fluffy and heavy.
Sensational from the 32nd seed.
30.
Oh, this was quite extraordinary. There's the deal breaker once again, his backhand down the line. Changes the whole dynamic of the point, and he has been brave in taking high balls out the air, not letting it bounce. But he's been good when he's come forward. He's won 6 out of 7, Lee.
Big point here, 4-3, 30 all. Just to dig in here.
That is, again, a serious injection of pace. That is Djere taking the bull by the horns. He is playing to win, not hoping that Novak is going to donate these points to him.
Game, Djere.
Big hold. And he's a game away now.
Djere leads 5-3, first set.
For such a small country, the number of great tennis players that they have produced is astounding.
Serving to stay in this first set, 3-5.
15 love.
Comfortable game on serve so far. Hasn't had too many of these this evening.
Game, Djokovic.
Love hold, so he at least asks the question.
Djere leads 5-4,
See
first
whether
set.
his opponent can hold his nerve and finish the job. In many ways, this is the most important game so far this evening. 51 minutes on the clock. Going to become the first player to take a set off Djokovic at these championships.
Wow.
15 love.
Did not expect that, Lee. That is such a pressure reliever when you can win that opening point on serve, when you're trying to serve out a set or a match.
It's more like it, exquisite length from the number 2 seed that time. He knows he can't afford to give Djere anything in this 10th game. He's got to make him earn it. Just a fraction long. That was a big forehand.
15-13.
Relief in the Djokovic camp.
And midway through that rally, he guessed correctly, didn't he? He just anticipated the shot to his backhand. It changes the whole dynamic of the point. He is so good with that off-the-ball movement. Djere has been equal to him and then some in this opening set. Marco Panici on the left there.
Set point.
Thank you.
Volume goes up a notch. Can he hold his nerve? He can indeed.
Djere
Seals it in style.
6 games to 4.
What a start by the world number 38. Takes the opening set off the number 2 seed, 6 games to 4. Robbie, around half an hour or so before we came on air this evening, we were waiting, doing our prep when we were in the corridor outside. No need to be modest here. You said to me, I've got a feeling Laszlo's going to get a set from Novak, at least this evening. What made you say that? What was the thinking behind that? What did you see?
30 left.
I think the fact that he played him so close last year, even though it was on clay, I understand that's his better surface, but that would have given him a lot of belief. And just speaking to his coach, Jaroslav Levinsky, and he said the belief he has that he can win on a hard court now is something that, even though he won a few matches last year, it's much greater this year. And I've just been so impressed with the matches that I have seen of his. He's such a good athlete. And the fact that he is and has been going toe-to-toe with great players, you know, beating Ruud on a hard court at the beginning of this year, going close with Zverev in Hamburg. It's a big tournament, right? Zverev in his own backyard there.
Yeah, Zverev's hometown, Hamburg, where he grew up playing the sport. Formerly a Masters 1000, that event. Good start to this second set from Novak.
First game, second set.
In a break, he was a couple of points away from winning.
2 points away in that second set tiebreak.
Yeah, that's right.
6-all in the tiebreak.
And had chances in the third. It was only another tiebreak that separated them. Okay, Novak was still going through the gears, wasn't he, that season? Had a slow start to the year. But it all helps.
That's impressive. I was just chatting with Leif Sharas a little earlier today. We saw the boys missing a few smashes on the first match we commentated on between Tiafoe and Manarino, and I was saying, well, guys don't smash as well these days as perhaps those players of yesteryear, but no.
40 left.
Djere has been very impressive. Takes the ball out the air, doesn't matter how high it is. And it's tough to time a high lob because the ball is falling faster as it comes into the strike zone because it's been hit so high.
Game, Djere. One game all, second set.
It's almost human nature, isn't it, when you win a set like that against one of the very best of all time. Let's face it, that there's a bit of maybe a dip in intensity. How important is this early stage of the second set for Laszlo?
Very.
Oh, it's got to be the biggest he's hit so far this evening.
Love 15.
I mean, this is ridiculous. Got to make sure there's a soft place for your jaw to land when you watch that slow-mo.
Some serious firepower, hasn't he, for a guy who, probably a lot of tennis fans, I don't think it's unfair to say, would probably, have Djere as much more comfortable on the clay, the slower surface. Suggestions they're a little bit slower this year, Robbie, than in previous years. Is that your opinion?
That's the general consensus from speaking to the players. But it's amazing how much they quicken up each day. We get the court pace index sent to us every third day from Hawkeye.
(30-15).
And that's just from the ball and the players moving on the court. Just smooths out the surface. Tell you what, doesn't matter how slow the court is, if you're hitting the forehands like this guy is, you will penetrate any court. And you've got the best, one of the best movers ever. And you're hitting shots like that, he's not even getting close to that. It's testimony to how well he's playing. 7 forehand winners.
Djokovic looking a little bemused at that latest miss. Another chance to break for his opponent.
Yes.
Amazing how often he can come up with an ace, isn't it, under pressure? Hasn't hit many this evening, but they've come at key stages.
I want to say 3 out of the 4 have come on break point down. That's what I would like to see from Djokovic. A big come on or something.
Advantage, Djokovic.
To try and affect the aura of Djere. Just to try and upset his rhythm. Make him feel uncomfortable on the other side. Because right now his game is not making much of an impact. So try with your body language, your voice.
Yeah, Djokovic.
Well, not for the first time, comes through a difficult game on serve.
2 games to 1, second set.
To get his nose in front, 2-1.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Yes, he will play Francis Tiafoe in the last 16. Tommy Paul through, will play Ben Shelton. So 4 Americans in the bottom half into the last 16. Taylor Fritz, another of those who will play. Dominic Stricker came through qualies. You watched him
15 left
during Fan Week, Robbie.
Yep.
And the winner of this will play Borna Gojo from Croatia, another qualifier. So 2 qualifiers and a wild card into the last 16. Some surprise names working their way through the bottom half of the draw.
Oh, that is gorgeous feel.
30 left.
And Djere's got it on a string at the moment. Just enough slice on it to take it away from Novak. Yep, that last meter made all the difference.
Created the opportunity beautifully with the ball back behind Djokovic. Got the world number 2 off balance. Still with a couple of chances though to level. It's in good shape here.
Game Djere. Two games all, second set.
Still yet to be broken by one of the best returners of all time. Reminder that it is usopen.org as your online home for point-by-point live scoring, highlights, real-time stats, all the draws on there as well. Visit the official tournament website, usopen.org. Check out the schedule for day 6 on there as well. Plenty of great tennis to come tomorrow here at the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Centre.
Love 15.
Looking at those guys who've come through today as well, Robbie. 3 of those, I think I'm right in saying, come through the US college system, or at least played college tennis for at least a couple of seasons. Hijikata, Shelton, of course, and Goyo as well, played college tennis.
Yeah, Wake Forest boy.
Let's second service.
It's a chance. Big chance.
15-0.
Yeah, I mean, some of those players that you were talking about, Hijikata and Goyo, you know, I was at the Challenger at the Baylor campus end of February. Watched them both play there. You know, that's just a couple of months ago. It's not like they won the thing. In fact, Rinky lost first round. And now he's in the 4th round of the US Open. I mean, and the point I'm trying to highlight, folks, is the margin between, you know, being a top 50, top 75 player and playing in the Challengers. It's paper thin. These guys are so good. The depth in the men's game is ridiculous.
What a year Hijikata's had as well. He's Australian Open doubles champion with Jason Kubler. Started the season. He starts his pro career. Grand Slam champion in doubles and 2nd week of a major. Flushing Meadows. Anyone who wins today back on Sunday, incidentally, so they get Saturday off and then battling for a spot in the quarterfinals on Sunday. It's a sweet forehand. You've been impressed with Djere's
Love 15.
performance in that respect, how he's settled this evening.
I can't believe how good it's been.
First time on this court, right?
Yep. Novak's mum and uncle in the blue jacket.
Gratis zamah.
I think that's laid the foundation for his success this evening. How effective Laszlo has been behind his serve, both first and second.
Looking a little concerned, aren't they, in Novak's camp at this stage?
3 games all, second set.
They would be wanting to see some changes in the scoreboard by now in this second set. In Novak's favour. Many fans inside the stadium would have expected him to start dominating this match by now. Hour and 20 minutes or so on the clock. Djere is sticking with him. Liechtenstein in the chair, maybe just quiet things down.
Love 15.
Good luck, New York on a Friday night.
Thank you.
Not sure what that was all about. Don't know if
good defence that time. Stay in the point.
Love 30.
don't fall back on that forehand was the instruction from the coaching camp. Coming in on a wing and a prayer there. That is not going to cut it against Djere, certainly not in the form that he finds himself in right now.
Ninth Forehand winner of the match for Djere brings up 3 chances to break.
(15-14).
Well, the phrase "on a dime" comes to mind.
Very aptly.
Does it time and time again, doesn't he? Sensational. What a hit. And what a moment.
Djere leads 4 games
Makes
to
his
3.
move.
Second set.
And Djokovic is in trouble here.
Along 15.
Nicely done.
Still some work to do here, but he does it with considerable aplomb. Once again, out-maneuvering Novak. Just wanting more points at the net as well.
Just wonder whether we'll get some sort of explosion of emotion from Djokovic. Nothing so far.
And I said it earlier, Leah, I'd like him to be a little bit more vocally intimidating when he hits a good shot, just to let Djere know that, you know, you're trying to upset him somehow, get inside his head.
It's good. Holds to 15 and a game away from a 2-set advantage.
Oh, that was pure perfection.
5 games to 3, second set.
Perfect amount of height and revolutions. I mean, Nadal was the king of that, right? He'd be down, you'd be up 40-love on your serve, and he'd win a point against it, and he'd give it a vamos, just to let you know.
15 love.
Yeah, he's a little bit flat emotionally, Djokovic,
Yes.
for me.
Yeah.
Whether that's on purpose, just trying to keep the emotions in check. Yeah, because we have seen the other side of that fairly recently. That finally played against Alcaraz in Cincinnati, very vocal towards the team. There's a lot of back and forth that day. Eventually found the solution, of course. remarkable circumstances, but
15 all.
it's not that same intensity this evening.
When you look at his serving
30,
numbers,
15.
Djokovic's first serve percentage for the match is at 66. First serve points won is decent, that's in the high 70s. It's just the second serve, he hasn't defended that particularly well. Oh, that might be worth a video review to see whether his
40,
racket
15.
made contact with the ball over the net or not. And that's exactly what the video review is for.
New this year, the
Yep.
US Open, across 5 courts. Those kinds of judgment calls, as they're known.
Game Djokovic.
So gets it back to 5-4, but it will be all eyes on this man when he comes out
Djere
to
leads
serve
5 games to
for this
4,
second set.
and by 1 set to love.
Great start to the game.
15 love.
Well, your chances of holding serve when you win the opening point go up exponentially.
Thirty love.
He has been so cool this evening. Not a flicker. Ace number 3, 2 points away.
Love.
3 chances. The volume rises once more. Anticipation building. Djere takes control. Don't go anywhere. He's got Djokovic on the ropes here in New York this evening. Up 2 sets to love on the world number 2.
(30-15). (40-15). Game Djokovic.
It's a good start.
First game.
Close at a tour event, but at a major, I think the effect is also major.
15 love.
There's that lovely saying that in any honest accounting, training is the cake and belief is the icing. And sometimes that thin smear of frosting can make all the difference. And I think Laslo's had a lot of belief tonight, but he's going to have to keep bringing it now more than ever. How impressive has this backhand been this evening, especially that one down the line. Not for the first time he's left Novak rooted to the spot.
He's able to produce enough quality off the backhand wing, a bit more animation in the Djokovic team now. Who've also been fairly quiet for me this evening so far. Well, it's a head scratcher when he's missing forehands like that, in control of the point.
40-13.
Kind of miss that will give Djere an awful lot of encouragement at this stage. Dominating those longer rallies. Shame. Built the point superbly. It's only going to get more dramatic as this set unfolds.
He's done all the hard work, hasn't he? Just needs to apply the finishing touches there. Novak was guessing correctly.
Thank you.
Yet to be broken this evening, Djere.
Advantage, Djere.
And barely losing points on serve in that second set. That's how impressive this shot has been.
As we said, it's at the start of the second set, even though he's just nicked that previous set. It's so important, isn't it, to try and stop Djokovic building any kind of momentum at this stage.
He did that really well in set two, didn't he, Lee? Really well. Quick holds.
Yeah, because you're expecting a player of Djokovic's quality to respond immediately, and then you get to, 2-all, 3-all, 4-all in the set, and all of a sudden it's on.
Advantage, Djokovic.
This is the first time I can remember the forehand leaking a couple of errors within a game. There's been the odd one here and there, but a fair few in the second game of the third set, Lee.
Djokovic breaks for the first time this evening.
And it's game on.
Djokovic leads 2-0, third set.
What a point. 26 stroke rally. And will that represent some sort of turning point this evening? Let's just circle that rally. Different kind of energy in this place all of a sudden. Perhaps a significant reaction from the world number 2. Just starting to break down towards the end of some of these longer rallies now.
15 love.
Let's see what kind of effect that break of serve has on this contest. Just a different look in Djokovic's eyes all of a sudden.
30 love.
And the other question for me is how quickly will the belief dissipate now that he's just missed a few forehands? It shouldn't, but because of the goal on the other side of the court, it just might.
Fortila. Game Djokovic.
And all of a sudden, he's got a healthy lead in this third set.
Djokovic leads 3 games to love.
Game on indeed, 3-love.
Djere leads 2 sets to love.
The Djokovic fans won't be going anywhere, that's for sure. Trailing 3-love now, Djere.
Let's first service. Love 15.
Try to be aggressive.
Agresivnije malo, ajde.
Building some nice momentum, 9 of the last 10 points.
Love 30.
She's starting to make the wrong decisions all of a sudden.
The problem for me in a set like this
Love
is
40.
that Djere is not taking energy out of Novak. Even if he does lose the set, you've got to try and extract some energy from the 3-time champion.
Please.
But he's not doing that.
Game Djokovic.
Double break. His set is probably done now. And he's turned things around quickly.
4 games to love. Third set.
I think Novak's dad has got a little too nervous. He hasn't been around.
Reminder, you can stay connected to the US Open over the next few days on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and TikTok and YouTube as well. Join the conversation with hashtag US Open. Maybe we should never have doubted the great man. He had everything under control. He's built this lead so quickly compared to the first 2 sets, 25 minutes to go up 4-0.
Yeah, and that lovely title of the Gordon Forbes book, Too Soon to Panic, guys. Too Soon to Panic. Great name. Love the title.
It's next to Novak's. It's on his bedside cabinet, that one, I think.
Yes.
The worrying thing for Djere is,
30-15.
can he get his level back?
Yeah.
I mean, it's completely dropped off a cliff, isn't it?
Just flick the switch.
40-15.
First time we've seen a slightly negative reaction.
Game, Djokovic.
What a backhand.
Ball change, please. New balls.
It's more like it from Novak.
And I often refer to it as his Rafa hard-court game. When he plays with that aggression, he's almost unplayable as Novak. And I think that's what Charlie's asking for, that kind of mentality.
Love 15.
He's going to be chewing on a New York bagel here if he's not careful, Robbie.
And those things don't come gluten-free.
Oh, sensational. That is Novak at his very best.
Love 30.
Well, he is such a skill merchant. He's toying with Djere in that rally. Yeah, hindsight's 20/20.
18-30.
Novak just indicating he should have gone to the other corner.
Even if it's just a single hold of serve that he can achieve in this set, it'll be something to take into a fourth. Got to try and get back to that level of tennis he was producing when he was holding with ease in the second set. It's a better game.
That's the kind of game as well. It's
Djokovic leads 5 games.
A little bit of Novak's legs out from under him. Made it physical. See Novak just stumbling a little after that point.
Chance to serve it out now. Take us into a fourth.
Love 15. Love 30. Love 40.
This is just what the doctor ordered. Just to find some semblance of form.
Seen too much of that this evening from Djokovic. The serve volley change up.
15-40.
Still with 2 chances. Get this back to 5-2.
The average second service being in the mid-80s. A number of occasions for Novak. That one just speeding up a little. High 90s, 97. Catching Djere.
The 3 chances disappear. Rock solid from Djokovic that time.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, with a chance to reduce the deficit. Set point for the 3-time champion here in New York. Well, we wondered what effects that first break of serve would have.
6 games
And
to
there's
1.
your answer.
Djere leads 2 sets to 1.
A quick fire 6-1 set for the number 2 seed. Finishes as the winner, that is. He will start set number 4. Djokovic too, of course, will know how important these opening stages are, so will be determined to keep the 3 points, the gifts, to a minimum. That's why he's so frustrated at missing that backhand. I want to set the tone immediately in set number 4. Get an early break.
40 love.
Stay pretty calm this evening as coach.
For 15.
Changes the feel of this opening game. Still with game point, but things a lot tighter all of a sudden. No, he's missed it.
That shot starting to hemorrhage unforced errors.
Advantage, Djere.
Still unable to get himself out of this opening game.
Deuce.
Djokovic making life a lot more uncomfortable at this stage.
Advantage, Djokovic.
So an early chance.
Got him.
Another break of serve and another big reaction.
First game, 4 sets.
As it did in the third. 23 majors.
He's in rare air.
Love 30.
Fourth double of the match. Just opens the door here for Djere. This would be a nice bonus if didn't have to work particularly hard for the break back. It's a surprising miss. And Djere has had to do very little to engineer these chances. And there's the break back. Well, it's been an evening of surprises, twists and turns. Well, that's got to give Laszlo Djere an awful lot of encouragement.
Well, 1 game all, 4 sets.
Keep highlighting the belief, and a game like this, I think, will go a long way, Lee. It's the first time we've seen any sort of outpouring of emotion. Perhaps that'll galvanize him.
Yeah, represents, I think, just how much he needed that mentally after a painful third set. She's seen enough.
Tough to please.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
I thought it was pretty good.
It is getting late, I suppose. One of the points of the evening. Djere in control, but Djokovic was ready.
Love 15.
Oh, you're just left shaking your head after rallies like that. The athleticism on display from both players. And then what they're able to do at the end of their range. That's what you've got to remember.
$15.
How on earth has he made that?
It's scandalous. I think we need to call 911 because Laszlo has got out of jail. Are you kidding me? top tier stuff.
This is good stuff from Djere. This is more like it, more like the tennis he was producing in sets 1 and 2. That break seems to have given him
40-15.
but a boost at just the right time. All of a sudden taking on Djokovic from the back of the court, and as he was in the opening 2 sets, causing all sorts of problems. Can he get his nose in front here?
$40-13.
Just a fraction long. Djokovic back in the game now. This is turning into what could be a key third game in this 4th set. What a return. Probably a shot that wouldn't necessarily feature on a highlights reel, but it's that sort of quality at those sorts of moments.
Yeah, it's the subtle brilliance, isn't it?
I think you've hit a decent serve and all of a sudden you're scrambling. Break point.
That's a let off.
Deuce.
That's what we saw so much of in sets 1 and 2 from Djere.
Advantage, Djere. Deuce.
.24 minutes already of this 4th set, into an 8th minute of this 3rd game. Just incredible again that the ability to get one more ball back into play off a monster forehand from Djere.
Advantage, Djokovic.
How many times have we seen that? Anticipation. Incredible defense from this man.
Given Novak a taste of his own medicine there. A fast ball on the second serve. Kenny Powers would have liked that one. He had a pretty good second serve. He'd go for broke every now and then.
Advantage, Djokovic.
It's the challenge he faces now. Almost 10 minutes this service game. As Djokovic's level has improved, feels like Djere needs to produce something extra special. Break point number 3. This time he breaks. A marathon third game goes the way of Djokovic. And again, he takes control
Djokovic
of this fourth set.
2-1, 4 sets. Djere leads 2-1.
And Rafa in the 30s. Andy Roddick, I think it was 28 if memory serves on that graphic. They're all memorable for different reasons.
Out. 15 love.
You allowed to keep those here?
Yes, you are. I think you are.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a common theme for all the North American events.
So the chair umpire presumably has a stash somewhere. He's got to make sure that ball, that new ball, is the same age as the rest of them, right? If he does introduce another one. Bruno Lichtenstein in charge this evening. Hasn't had to deal with too many dramas so far. It's been a clean fight between two good friends.
Thirty 15.
Djokovic played a pretty poor game after the initial break of serve in this fourth set. Sure, he won't make that same mistake twice. Player of his experience and quality. Oh, it was travelling.
40-30.
Cool customer, isn't he? Just clubs the backhand up the line, barely a reaction.
Deuce.
That's the rally. That's taken a fair bit out of both of them. Those are two heavyweights going toe-to-toe, slugging it out.
Djokovic taking a full 25 seconds before that previous point. It was pretty much down to exactly
Djokovic.
0 on the shot clock. And put the ball into play.
The umpire, they're taking a while to call the score, which will actually help Djokovic buy a little more time.
The shot clock just to the right of the screen there, again down to 0.
Game Djokovic.
This time, backs up the break. A bit of breathing space now.
Djokovic leads 3-1. 4 sets.
Reminder that US Open shop.org, that's where to head to for official merch from the 2023 US Open. US Open gear for the whole family. Check out a variety of one-of-a-kind US Open accessories. That's the US Open shop.org.
$15 left.
He stays in touch now. Makes this set competitive.
Gotcha! They want to see more.
15-0.
It's his favorite spot to hit the drop shot. The backhand down the line. He's just got such good natural feel on it. That one right there. You see him bring it out on the clay a lot. Great off the ball movement there to close down the angles by coming in.
A few Serbian tennis fans waking up around this time of the day. It's just gone 6:30 in the morning back in Belgrade. Be doing a double take when they checking the live scores. Be able to enjoy the end of this one over breakfast Saturday morning.
Oh. Djokovic
surely will see this as an opportunity to effectively seal the set.
Yes.
Someone who will be waking up watching this one
Advantage, Djere.
in the morning in Israel is a shout out to Alon Kakshuri, who has been very much a mentor to Djere and helped him a lot since the Serbian lost both his parents. And of course, a big friend of the tennis community. He has been involved in the sport in many different facets as Alon. I'm sure he'll be very proud of the way that Laszlo has been able to give an account of himself so far in this match.
Advantage, Djere. Yes. Advantage, Djokovic.
Starting to create chances on a more regular basis. Can he break for a third time in this set? Not just yet.
Yes. Advantage Djere.
Another long game. Energy sapping game. Going 42 minutes in this set. Oh, no way. It just keeps coming back when Djokovic is down the far end. The pressure keeps building, and often that's the result.
Against 99 out of the top 100, that would have been good enough. But Djokovic is not in that category.
Thank you. Please.
Marathon service game. Still we keep going. What effect will this have on Djere if this one slips away? Mentally and physically. Fifth deuce. For a huge second serve, 122 miles an hour.
Advantage Djokovic.
Still it came back. Fear this is going to be a real body blow if Djokovic goes up 4-1. Djokovic rewarded for his patience. His industry takes control of this fourth set, and it looks like we'll be going the distance now.
Djokovic leads 4-1, 4 sets. Djere leads 2-1.
Something going on up there, but we're good to go. 4-1, double break, fourth set. I wonder how damaging, how painful that
Love 15.
last service game will be for Djere. And also how much he invests in this fourth set now. I'm not suggesting he's going to throw in the towel, but surely must be starting to think about a decider. How best he can maintain his energy levels if and when we go 5.
$15.
I think we might see Djokovic finish off this set quickly. Looked like there was only one winner of this rally.
30-15.
And that was Novak Djokovic. Behave yourself, Lee.
That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah. That's what Djokovic fans would have said anyway. Djere's got no business losing that point from there.
$40-15.
Big difference in that department right now, the length of the two players' service games.
Game Djokovic.
Just got to play into Djokovic's hands. When we get to a fifth, I think that's
5-1.
only a formality now at this stage, because you've got to assume that he's conserving energy, and Djere has had to come through a couple of very, very long service games.
Love 15.
How much has he got left in the tank? How much belief as well at this stage?
Otherworldly. Cranked that forehand. That's
Love 30.
what Carlos was asking him to do more of. Can't defend against shot making like that.
15-30.
Remember, in the opening stages of this match, Djere was dominating in terms of winners struck. Starting to turn around as well.
Steady on.
Well, it was a much more competitive opening to this set, certainly than the third set of this match, but a similar outcome. Djokovic with set point.
Game and full set.
The response of a champion.
6-1.
He was on the ropes after the opening two sets. You feel he's in control at this stage. We're going the distance.
Love 15. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain quiet during play. Thank you.
Yeah, things are a little lively all of a sudden. Still a huge number of fans in this place, despite the late hour.
$15.
Started to miss a few of those. They could be costly at this stage.
30-15.
Okay, those missed forehands. That's what really aided Novak to win that third set so comfortably. A couple early on from Djere, and that was it. That set raced away from him.
Out. 40-15. Djokovic.
So an opening hold of serve.
First
The
game,
advantage
final
of
set.
serving first as well, which should in theory help him.
I was having this discussion with Leaf a little earlier today, and that was always my mind. I remember Kevin Anderson saying to me that it didn't matter to him. In his mind, you know, he had so much belief in his serve, Lee, that whether he served first or not in a deciding set, he didn't think there was any advantage to be gained or lost.
Picks him off.
And actually, Jim Courier told me that
50-0.
he actually preferred serving second because he always liked to be fresh when he served in a deciding set. And that would be after the change of ends, when it had a nice break and then could get up and really focus on his serve. And I'd never thought of that. But I guess to each their own, right?
15-13.
Djokovic has done it before here at the US Open. I mentioned he's come back from 2 sets to love down on 7 occasions. Once here, famously against Federer, 2011. That was a semi-final.
7-5 in the fifth.
Just feel at this stage, the longer the point continues, the more chance there is of Djokovic
15-40.
winning those points. 22 strokes that time. And a couple of chances to set the tone early in this deciding set.
Again,
Missed it.
Djokovic.
And it is an early break of serve. This time, no real
Djokovic
reaction, and maybe that
final set.
is an indication of how much belief Djokovic has at this stage of the match after the third and fourth sets of coming through this one now. And in truth, it's been very one-sided since the start of the third.
Let for service. Fifteen love.
Quickly go through those 7 victories that Djokovic has enjoyed. 2 sets down. 2005 Wimbledon against Guillermo Garcia Lopez, the Spaniard. I mentioned the 2011 comeback against Federer, that was here. 2012 Roland Garros against Andreas Seppi. Wimbledon against Kevin Anderson, that was 2015. Couple in 2021. He was down 2 sets to love against Lorenzo Musetti in the last 16 that year. Eventually the Italian retired latter stages of that match, of course, and maybe the most valuable one of all that year. Because he beat Tsitsipas in the Roland Garros final 2021 from 2 sets down, and then his most recent against Yannick Sinner, remember last year at Wimbledon on centre court. Italian going up 2 sets and Novak finding a way that day.
Out came Djokovic.
Another fast start, this time in this 5th and deciding set.
Djokovic
He's well on his way now
final set
to the round of 16. Action in this half of the draw. Our focus will shift to the top half in a few hours. In fact, we've just made it into Saturday. Carlos Alcaraz back in action.
Oh no.
15 love.
Wipe that one from the memory bank very quickly. And Djere just shaking out his leg there ever so subtly. Wonder how those muscles are feeling.
30 love.
Casting my eyes over the matches we've got to look forward to. Day 6 here at the Open in the men's draw. Alcaraz up against Dan Evans. Nice contrast in styles. We've got Zverev up against Dimitrov. Wawrinka, Sinner.
Oh, that could be good. Stan's playing well.
Incredible dig after 3 hours and 21 minutes on court, but that time not quite enough.
40
Daniil Medvedev incidentally has this slot tomorrow, the late night slot on Arthur Ashe Stadium. He plays Sebastian Baez, the in-form Argentinian.
Game, Djere. Djokovic leads 3 games to 1. Final set.
Reminder to head to our social channels. Stay connected to the US Open on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok and YouTube over the next week and a bit. Of course, plenty of tennis left to enjoy here at the US Open this weekend, and then over the second week of main draw action. Join the conversation with hashtag US Open. Yeah, it's good. I think he thought that was dropping long and didn't really commit to the stroke.
And it's not lucky because he does it so often. His ability to maintain depth in rallies is uncanny.
Starting to look tired, isn't he? Understandably.
And depleted of belief.
Out of 8 behind the first serve in this set.
Game, Djokovic.
9 out of 9 and 2 games away.
Djokovic leads 4 games to 1.
Closing in on the 4th round. Has to somehow convince himself that he can still get this done. Not easy when you're trailing 4-1 in the 5th.
15 love.
looking for a while like Djere might become the second player this year to get a Grand Slam victory over Novak. Of course, a champion in Melbourne, a champion in Paris, just Alcaraz. Upsetting the serve in that remarkable Wimbledon final.
30 love.
He's only lost one match on hard courts this year, Djokovic. It was to Medvedev in Dubai.
When you look back at that Wimbledon final, what was more significant in your eyes, though? Those backhands that he missed to lose the second set tiebreaker. Remember, he had the set point, then a routine backhand after that. Obviously, the chance to go up 2 sets to love. Oh, that drive volley to go up the early break in the 5th. I mean, there's 2 major plot points in that match.
Yeah. Is he relinquishing a 2-set lead in a major final? We'll never know, will we? But
no.
I agree, fascinating points.
Yeah. Probably the greater plot point of the 2. I go along with you there, Lee.
Thank you. Players are ready, please. Thank you very much.
A couple of holds away.
If
there's one shot we'd have to point to that has probably undone Djere, it's that forehand. Early stages of the 3rd, he missed a couple in a row, got broken, and thereafter it really was a multiplier effect on that particular shot. Just snowballed.
30 love.
It's also fascinating when you thinking back to Novak's reaction when he broke for the first time as well. Start of the 3rd set. He's just been on the receiving end of 2 sets.
Yeah.
Just the one break of serve. The reaction almost told everybody inside the stadium, I'm back in this. Doesn't matter them 2 sets to love down. Different match now.
40 love.
I mean, if you weren't with us in the early stages of this one, Novak only won 3 points against the Djere serve in that 2nd set. That's how good Laszlo was.
Game Djokovic.
A game away from a place in the last 16.
5 games to 2. Final set. Thank you very much. Please.
Djere serving to stay in the tournament now, 2-5.
Love 15.
That's very nice.
30-15.
He'd have to give himself one more crack at the Novak serve. One more.
Didn't get anything on the overheads and rewarded for hanging in the point.
It's not good, Lee. It's very good.
40-15.
How about that for finding the smallest of gaps? This could make things interesting if he can hang on here.
Yeah, just a single break, even though it's 5-2.
Game Djere.
So it does get it back to 5-3.
Djokovic leads 5-3. Final set.
Doesn't matter who you are, it's never easy finishing off these contests.
Thank you.
Even as a 23-time
Thank you very much.
major winner. Let's see how Djokovic gets on.
Please. Let's the service. I
was actually thinking the last time Novak got broken was the second set, Lee, but it actually wasn't. Early stages of the fourth set. He lost serve in that second game. Djere didn't hold serve in the fourth. And that's what Carlos Gomez Herrera doesn't like.
50-0.
That was Novak not accelerating through his backhand. Really going after his shots. That's what he's done so well in sets 3, 4, and up to now in set number 5.
It's been comfortable for Djokovic, hasn't it, for a long time, but a little bit of extra tension in the air all of a sudden. Crowd sensing that, playing their part. Missed it.
Morning, Mr. Djokovic.
The shot clock runs down, no reaction. Still has a first serve. And what a first serve.
just digs into his manual of masterpieces and produces that, Lee. How many times have we seen him hit that exact serve when it matters most tonight?
Well, who saw this coming? Incredible stuff.
Does he go with Old Faithful again?
Quiet, please. Thank you. Please.
First break point of the set for Djere. The chance slips away.
You got it. Come on, 2 more. You got it.
Yes.
Watching Djokovic's victory against Zverev in Cincinnati, that was a match he won 7-6, 7-5. Admitted he got tight towards the end of that. It does happen, even to Djokovic.
Advantage.
Just deep.
Djokovic.
And now with a chance to get himself across the line. 3 hours and 42 minutes of absorbing tennis this evening into the early hours here in New York.
Can you sit down, please?
And just waiting for a little bit of calm. Before he attempts to convert his first match point.
Please, do not disturb player while they're ready to serve. Thank you.
Match point saved. On we go.
Deuce.
The drama continues.
Thank you. Please.
The set has really come alive in the last 5 minutes. What a combination. Ice cool.
Advantage, Djokovic.
Match point number 2. Novak Djokovic survives in
2
5.
sets to 2. 4-6, 4-6, 6-1.
Wins from 2 sets to love
6-3.
down for the 8th time in his career. He's into the last 16.
He is the most tenacious competitor. And Lee, you add to that his physical gifts, and he has a sense of history and a sense of what his legacy can be if he can keep on pushing it like he did tonight. He is one of one, this guy.